Michelle from Scrap Secrets, and I have a video today for you on a product review. It's Becky Higgins' Project Life. I picked up one of the kits from Michael's today, and I kind of wanted to show you how I'm using that in my We Are Memory Keepers album that I started for my sister's wedding. I actually did a video on that a little while ago when I talked about doing journaling cards. I also wanted to talk a little bit about Project Life, about what it is and how you can incorporate the two sets of products together, and to show you some of the journaling cards I've done and a little bit of what I've accomplished in the book so far. So let me show you the book real quick. Now this is a We Are Memory Keepers book. I got it at Michael's. I believe they were actually getting rid of a lot of the We Are Memory Keepers stuff to bring in the Project Life stuff. So this is the Kiwi binder, and I think it was around $11. So when you open it up, you'll notice that the binder looks a little bit different than a traditional scrapbook, 12 by 12 scrapbook. It has these D-rings in it, and actually you need to make sure that your binders have these in it because the pages are a little bit longer for both Project Life and We Are Memory Keepers because of the page sizes that you have, because you have a little bit of a break in between the pictures, and it is a 12 by 12 layout, so it's a little bit longer than a regular book, and it won't work in a regular scrapbook. It'll stick out at the end. So, unless you want it to look like that, and then the end of your pages won't be protected as well. So, that's the first thing you want to look for. Michael's does carry Project Life albums. They come in a bunch of different colors and different patterns. So, and I believe they're $19.99. Recollections also has a bunch of D-ring binders in solid colors. I haven't seen any patterns, and they are also $19.99. I don't think they carry these We Are Memory Keepers ones anymore, but I'm not positive. Some stores might have it over in the clearance section, so you can try over there. So the binder comes with 10 of these 12 by 12 sheets, and again, they're a little bit longer because they have this on it, and they have like a little side, so they are a little bit longer than a traditional 12 by 12 layout. So then there's different configurations of page protectors that you can buy. So the ones that I got are 4 4x6s and 3 3x4s. I'm sorry, 4x4s. And that's a important difference between Project Life and We Are Memory Keepers. And then we also have some that are, like these ones, that are the opposite way. So you have vertical and horizontal pages, like this one, and any of this one. So there's the different versions of them. There are many more versions than this. I actually bought some after I put this together that are different. It has like a little strip down the side where you can put a title, and then the pictures are horizontal and vertical. So that's a little bit about the album, and I'm going to show this to you again in a little bit when I start talking about the journaling cards and the placeholder cards and how you can make the We Are Memory Keepers page protectors work with Project Life. So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Project Life. If you don't know what it is, it was originally intended to scrap an entire year, January to December, in one binder. So it's kind of a quick snapshot of what's happened to you and your family over the past year. So that's traditionally the way it was done. But then you could also do it, say your child's birthday is in August and you wanted to scrap from last August to the next July and then give it to your child on their birthday in August. They'll have, again, a quick snapshot of everything that happened in the last year, and it's not a calendar year. So that's the way you can do it if you're going to do it year long. I'm sure there's different other ways you can do it, but those are the two traditional ways. And then I think that Project Life, they realized that people also liked to scrap big events in their life, like weddings, baby showers, bridal showers. They also like to scrap vacations. So say you took a once-in-a-lifetime trip over to Europe and you visited 4 or 5 different countries, like my brother and sister-in-law just did on their honeymoon, and you have hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures, and it would take forever to scrap that in a traditional 12 by 12 layout. But because in a Project Life book, you could get 10 to probably 15 pictures in one page's worth of layout, you could do that a lot faster and incorporate a lot more pictures into a smaller binder. So they started coming out with kits that are themed. Some are just color themed, but others have a actual event theme around them. So today when I went to Michael's, I actually started to look at the Project Life kits, and I picked up this one. This is called the Honey Edition, and this is the larger of the ones that they have. They also have 100 count one, and I think they're all 4x6 little journaling cards or placeholder cards. So if that makes sense, there was 100 4x6 placeholder cards for $15.99. This was $29.99, and I used my 50% off AC More coupon at Michael's for this. So this one has 616 journaling and placeholder and bifold cards. It has 500 3x4 cards, 40 bifold cards, 8 first page cards, 8 last page cards, and 60 4x6s. So each version of these large ones, these 616 one, have a different, it's not a theme, it's kind of more of a different color scheme. They had a Midnight Edition, this is the Honey Edition. They had I think it's Sixth and Frolic. They had a travel one, which unfortunately they didn't have any of. The smaller ones, they had a baby one, a holiday one, they had a wedding one, which of course they didn't have any of those either, so I couldn't pick up either one of the ones that I really wanted. So I picked up this Honey Edition. So let me just show you quickly, hopefully without losing most of the journaling cards. This is what it looks like. I already took the plastic off. So what I did was I went through each one of these piles and pulled out one of each journaling card. Because if you're trying to go through all of these journaling cards every single time you need to find one, that's so many cards to have to go through, 616 of them, so to be precise. So what I did was I picked one from each and every stack, and then what I did was I kept them in the order of the stack, so that way when I needed another journaling card, I could just go back to that stack and find that same one and either replace the one I used, or if I needed 2 of them for the layout that I needed, I could go back and pick that up, because I'm going to show you how I use 2 of these in my journaling. So let me just show you quickly the features of these. So a lot of them can be used, like this could be used either up or down, but you could do this side by side, or like this way. This really only works up and down. It kind of looks funny like that. So you have some that work both ways, and then some that only obviously work one way. So there's different patterns and designs, and then some of them have writing on it. Others just have, like these ones just have numbers on it. So those are just some of the designs. Now, there are a couple things that I don't like about this Project Life kit, and a couple of the things are the first and last page cards. So here are what they consider the first and last page cards. So they look normal on the front. Everything else is two-sided, however these aren't. Now if you look at the back, it shows you a suggested placement, like this is for the first page card. Well, this doesn't do me any good because I'm not actually using Project Life page protectors. So if you notice, instead of having 3 4x4s, they have 4 3x4s. So that's one of the big differences between We Are Memory Keepers page protectors and the Project Life page protectors, are the little journaling spots. So I have to use these with either a picture behind it or something else. I can't use it back to back, so I either have to line it with another card like this, and then I waste the back of this, or I have to use it with a page that has a picture behind it. So it's not really a big deal, but I don't like that because it kind of, I know it's a suggested placement, but it kind of makes it seem like, well, everybody that's going to have the Honey Edition, their first and last pages are going to be the same, but that doesn't work. I mean, I know it's just a suggestion, but that kind of bothers me because scrapbooking is very personal, and you're supposed to do it how you want to do it, not how they suggest you do it. So that was one of the things that I just kind of felt funny, like, I don't know, I just kind of was weird about that when I got it. So here are, let me just, other ones. Somehow I've ended up with more piles than I started off with, so I have to I'll have to go back and fix that. But let me just show you real quick the 4x6 cards. So again, these are suggested placement cards, these first couple ones, so you have to find another way to use them. And these ones are just like the other cards. You know, you have one that goes this way and then one that goes this way. So you have some with sayings on the back, calendars, arrows, some that can be used either way. And then it also talks about the bifold cards. So these cards are actually 4x6s, but you can fold them over. I think they're 4x6s. Let me double check. It doesn't actually say. Oh, but yes, they are. They're 4x6s. So when you fold them in half, they actually fit into the 3x4 slots that Project Life has designated for their cards. So if you have the 4x4s, you have to be a little bit more creative, and I'll show you in a minute how I intend on using them. Or you could just use them opened up like this. It's basically just for extra journaling room. You could use these as 4x6 placeholders, as traditional ones. So you can use them either way. So those are the journaling cards that come with the kit. So you just kind of have an idea now of what kinds of patterns are in this kit. So now I wanted to show you how I'm incorporating the Project Life into the We Are Memory Keepers page protectors, because it does take a little bit of maneuvering. So here is my first, you know what, I'm going to take this page out just to make it a little bit easier to take my pages out. Okay, so here's one of my 4x4 layouts. So what I plan on doing is taking some scrapbook paper that's very close to this color, backing it so that you don't see the back of this picture on it, and then using thickers and writing "We Are" and then here. So that'll take care of basically kind of like the title for my page. So that's that page. So then the next page, I just used a traditional 4x6 journaling card or placeholder card in. But then on the bottom here, I've actually used two of the 3x4 cards, and this one is actually the back of this one, because I thought they would go together. So now I could write some journaling, but this can also be the title for that page. And there was my room key was up here, that's what actually just fell out. So you can use it like that too, so that makes it work, because you don't have as many 4x6 cards as you do 3x4s. You get 10 of each design for the 3x4 cards, and I think you get 4 of every 4x6 designer card. So you do have less 4x6 cards, so it is easier to fill it in with 2 3x4 cards. So that's how you can incorporate some of the Project Life products into the We Are Memory Keepers. And you can actually switch it up and put some Project Life page protectors in with the We Are Memory Keepers binder. So you can do that also, so that you can also use the 3x4 cards in the traditional 3x4 slots. So that's basically an overview of the Project Life kits as far as I've seen. When I use them more, I'll come back and tell you a little bit more about them and show you some more pages. I also want to show you real quick one of the 4x4 cards that I did. This happens to be one of my placeholder cards that I made that I'm going to stick in another page. So that's another option too. You can definitely make your own to go along with your themes. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below and feel free to subscribe. And I will see you guys later.